Because I don't know a whole lot of people that have moved into a house that's been abandoned for 15 years, that is also 90 years old, and is basically getting eaten by the mountain. What do I mean by eaten? Well, mountains here in Appalachia, not only are they extremely humid, but they also kind of move around a little bit. And this kind of creates this constant battle between humans and nature. You have to pre-plan for things like erosion, the constant vining of plants that want to move up your building. The fact that your material is essentially a sponge that will soak up any humidity in the air and then rot away. And so when humans leave something alone, the mountain will reclaim it as its own. Hence my poison ivy wall. But there's one other thing that competes with all of those things. You see all those little things floating around? Take a gander at that. See, when you leave a property by itself, bugs take residence there, and just think of it as
it's free real estate.
So when my wife and I moved into this place, we expected some spiders, some critters. But one of the most obnoxious pests that we're dealing with now are ants. Ants of different kinds. Biting ants, sugar ants, ants that crawl on rocks. And I'm doing something that I wish I didn't have to do. Chemical warfare. My wife and I have a toddler, and that dude loves Cheerios, and he drops them everywhere. He's like Sonic when you get hit by an enemy, and he just, all of these Cheerios just spew out of it. And so those Cheerios attract ants, and it is getting insane. Now, we're not going to have a lawn, not in the traditional sense. We want to have essentially a food forest. We walk out and we can pick food right off of the trees, eat it, and that's it. Harvest it during harvest time. So most of this open area will not be grass, it will be garden. So I'm very hesitant to do anything with this ground that might poison the soil, other than the salt that's going into that poison ivy. Screw you, poison ivy. Because we're not going to be planting anything at the perimeter of that barn anyway. So since we don't really have a garden this year, since we just moved into this property, I feel okay with using some chemical means of getting rid of some of these obnoxious pests, at least to knock them down. I don't want to eradicate them completely. And hopefully by the time we have gardens next year, any effect a little bit of this chemical has on the soil will have washed away. And in the meantime, we'll have a little bit of respite from the pest problem inside the house.